Question number 1 is your favorite book that you've read so far in 2021. It's probably going to be The Burning Girls by C.J. Tudor. There's just something about C.J. Tudor's writing. It's so beautiful, it's so well done, and in this book specifically there was 2 plot twists that I did not see coming. So yeah, The Burning Girls by C.J. Tudor is probably my favorite book so far of the year. Question number 2 is the best sequel that you've read so far this year, and for me, it's probably going to be Across the Greengrass Fields by Shauna McGuire. It's the 6th book in the Wayward Children series, and I love this series so much. I hope that there's more and more books that keep coming out in this series because I love all of them each individually. They're all done so well. Question number 3 is a new release book that you haven't read yet but that you want to. That's probably going to be Survive the Night by Riley Sager, and I know this is probably cheating because it doesn't even come out for like another week and a half, but I'm still gonna count it, and as soon as it comes out, y'all know I'm getting my hands on that one because I'm so excited. Question number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. My answer is probably going to be Court by Tracy Wolff. It's the 4th book in the Crave series. I know that there's a lot of haters out there that do not like this series, but you're just a bunch of haters because it's such a fun series. I think it comes out sometime in the end of September, and yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it. Question number 5 is the biggest disappointment that you've read so far this year, and you know, I didn't even have to think hard about this one because I just read it like 2 books ago, and that's gonna be Bunny by Mona Awad, or however you say her name. Yeah, that was such a terrible book. That was a 1 star. I was so disappointed because Kayla over at Books and Lala hyped this book up so much. I still love her, and I know she likes to read like crazy and weird books, but this was like really bad. Like, this was so bad. It was so bad. So yeah, that's definitely the biggest disappointment of the year for me. Number 6 says the biggest surprise that you've read this year, and that's going to be These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I did not expect to like this book as much as I did. It's sort of like an Asian-inspired Romeo and Juliet with like gangs and all of that type of stuff, and when I went into it, I was like, this sounds interesting, but I don't know how much I'm gonna like it, and I ended up loving this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. It was so surprising. I definitely recommend that book if you've not read it so far. Number 7 says your favorite new author, and it can either be, you know, someone that's new this year or someone you've never read before. I am going to choose Christina Hammonds Reed. She wrote The Black Kids, and I read that book earlier this year and I loved it. I related to the book so much. Her writing was so beautiful. It was flawless. You know, there's really nothing else to say other than if you've not read The Black Kids, I definitely think you should. Her writing is so phenomenal. Question number 8 says your newest fictional crush, and for me, that's gonna be Hudson over on the Crave series. He's just your typical bad boy, the type that everyone knows you shouldn't be with, and you know, it's so cliche, but Hudson is definitely someone I've got my eyes on, so he is definitely my newest fictional crush. Question number 9 says your newest favorite character. That's probably going to be Iris over at House of Hollow. I definitely loved her character so much because you expected her to be like her sisters and be, you know, I don't know, not bad or anything, but kind of abuse her powers, and she chooses not to, which I can definitely respect, because if I was in her situation, I'm gonna let you know right now I'm gonna use my powers. Question number 10 says a book that made you cry, and honestly, I'm not a crier. Like, I don't know, I have not cried once this year about any book. I don't even think I cried last year about any books, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that question because my heart is cold, and I don't know, books don't make me cry. Question number 11 says a book that made you happy, and this one was kind of hard for me to answer because this whole year I've mainly been reading thrillers and, you know, things that aren't happy. So I had to really think about it, and I'm gonna have to say the whole Babysitter's Club series. I've been reading that series on and off every few months, and I've read like 6 or 7 of them so far this year, and they always make me so happy. I get such nostalgia, and I love all of the characters, especially Marianne and Stacy. So yeah, the Babysitter's Club series, all of it as a whole is definitely a series that's made me happy this year. Number 12 says the most beautiful book that you've bought so far this year. Without a doubt, The Prison Healer that we got in our fairy loot box is so beautiful. Not necessarily the cover itself, but when you take the dust jacket off, like the naked cover is so stunning, and then the sprayed stencil edges on the side are absolutely gorgeous. I may stick a picture right up here and show you guys what I'm talking about just in case you don't know, but yeah, without a doubt, that's the most beautiful book that I've gotten so far this year. Number 13 says what books do you need to read by the the end of the year. So Books and Lala, as you guys know, she has a book club, and all of the books that are left, you know, for this book club, those are the books that I need to read for the rest of the year. I can't really give you the names of them because she only announces them every 3 months or so. So yeah, whatever books she has planned for her book club, those are the books that I still need to read this year. So question number 14 says, what is your favorite video or post that you've done so far this year? And honestly, I'm still kind of new to BookTube. I'm not really impressed with the videos that I've made so far because they don't really get that many views or interactions. So I'm gonna have to say maybe my BookTube newbie tag, because that one seemed to get the most views and I was pretty honest in that. So I think that's the one I'm most proud of so far. But hopefully going into the next year and finishing up this year, I'm more proud of my work, and you know, maybe I'll get some new subscribers and interaction with people. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Number 15 says your favorite book community members, and for this I'm going to tell you a few of my favorite booktubers. That would be Kayla over at Books and Lala. It would be Natasha over at My Reading is Odd. It would be Chloe over at Books with Chloe. I love her so much. And then of course the OG Ariel. I love her so much. She's been doing house renovation videos, and even though it's not bookish content, it is so freaking interesting to watch. Like, I love Ariel. I love her personality. Like, I want to be Ariel when I grow up. Ariel is so freaking amazing. I definitely love a bunch of smaller channels as well, but you know, it's hard to shout everybody out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and a subscribe. I will see you guys really soon with another video.